So it actually comes with a really nice brake on it. Daughter's singing in the driveway. Their logo kind of stamped into it here. And it is ready to accept a pin if for some reason you needed to pin this or wanted to for some stupid reason. That Banish 223 from Silencer Central. All right, that was on one. Oh, it's hot. Let's take it up to, let's see what 3 does. All right, it's a 5.56, so take this next statement with a grain of salt. It's much softer shooting. I had to practice that, say that 3 times fast. Much softer shooting on setting 3, but it is gassier on setting 3. All right, so you're just gonna have to kind of pick which one works for you. Again, it's a 5.56. The recoil is not typically the problem unless you're full autoing this bitch, but 1 or 2 may be a good kind of medium, but it's nice that they give you those options. So this has been an object of lust for many years, all right? This is my PWS Mod 2-M, and it's the MK111 version. That is the 11-inch barrel, all right? And just look at that receiver set. It is so sexy. I love this receiver set. And for all my safety police out there and the YouTube moderators, it is unloaded. Now, I have a couple other builds that use the same receiver set when PWS used to make these for Rebel Arms, all right? Rebel Arms has since gone out of business, but this was a bootleg upper, and this was a PWS lower that was rebranded for Rebel Arms, and so it had their logo here instead of the PWS logo. But I saw PWS probably for the first time at SHOT Show, it was either 2018 or 2019, and I spent a little bit of time at the booth talking to them, and I have lusted over this ever since, all right? And I finally got my hands on one, but I had to do it in kind of an unconventional way, all right? These are hard to find in stock. And what I eventually did was I found that all of the components were in stock, and I ordered all of the components individually, all right? So I found a full complete upper that was in stock. The MK111 was specifically what I wanted. I found that a complete lower was in stock, and so I went ahead and placed that order and got both parts because the rifle itself in a fully assembled configuration was not in stock, all right? So I finally got mine, and God, I love this thing. I also have, and I've done videos on these, of their buffer tube here. It's a very, very sexy buffer tube, as well as this castle nut system here that you don't have to stake, all right? I'm gonna put a card right up here on the screen, or it's over here, I can never remember which side YouTube puts it on. I'm gonna put a card up on the screen where I have reviewed this. It is a ratcheting castle nut, and you do not have to stake this like a traditional castle nut. And because I know someone's gonna ask, this is a Mercon 1:6 optic. Now, Mercon is no longer in business, but this has beautiful Japanese glass in it, an awesome little reticle. It is illuminated. It's a 1:6 by 24. You might still be able to find one somewhere on the market, not necessarily sure. You have to do your own due diligence there. So it is a traditional, just mil-spec component trigger in there, all right? We're gonna test that. We're gonna see what the pull weight is on it. It's just double confirmed that we are unloaded. And let's see what it pulls at. It's a decently heavy trigger. 6 pounds, 9.4 ounces. 6 pounds, 13.2 ounces. 6 pounds, 9.1 ounces. So again, decently heavy, kind of a combat trigger, all right? And for those in the back, let's get you a close-up. There is just a little bit of creep on this, all right? So you can see it's starting to move there. A little bit of movement. There's my wall. Clean brake and not a lot of over travel. All right, let's see the reset on it. I'm gonna keep that depressed to the rear. About a 2, maybe a 3 millimeter reset on it. So not bad, pretty traditional for a mil-spec component trigger. If I had to change something out on this gun, that'd probably be the only thing, which is, you know, not a big deal. I've got a bucket full of triggers in there. If you guys know my channel, I do a bunch of trigger reviews. I'll put a playlist right up here on the screen. Now this is a piston gun, and it has a 3-position adjustable gas block piston on it, okay? Position 1 is for unsuppressed shooting. Position 2 is for suppressed shooting with low back pressure cans. Position 3 is for suppressed shooting with high back pressure cans, all right? Now, I shot a total of 400 rounds through this. I shot 100 unsuppressed, I shot 100 suppressed on setting 1, I shot 100 suppressed on setting 2, and 100 suppressed on setting 3. Not a single failure whatsoever, not even one. Out of 400 rounds, every single one of them cycled with no problem. Now my Rebel Arms version did not have this, but you can see there is an ambi control here for your bolt release, bolt lock, and then it's also ambi on this side with a mag release, your bolt release, and your bolt lock. And it comes with a Radian Raptor LT designed specifically for primary weapons. Now I built this into a pistol configuration, but I went ahead and took the brace off so you can see that dead sexy buffer tube there. It is a 6-position buffer tube. And then again, that Silencer Central Banish 223, took that on a prairie dog hunt. Man, it was beautiful. I have the 30 cal version, I have the 46, and I also have the 223. The only one I don't have is the 22, which I hear is pretty cool too. And it comes with a BCM grip from the factory, just like the good Lord intended. So, man, I mean, other than maybe the trigger, and I say maybe because depending on how you're using this gun, 6.5, 7 pounds might be good for you. Depending on how you're using this gun, there's very little you would have to ever change out on this. This thing is awesome. Unlike those of you who fool around on OnlyFans, my lust has actually come true. I finally have my own Mod 2M from PWS, the 111 version, and man, so glad I finally got this thing. Again, I had to kind of piecemeal it together, but I finally found all the parts in stock, was able to make it happen. So, I can't post a link in the description below because of our commie friends at YouTube, but you'll have to do your own due diligence, figure out where to find it. That is it, guys. If you have any comments or questions, please post them down below. Lots more content to come. I appreciate your time watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one.